Now, only for this country we get president where they avoid interview, international interview. How many times where you don't see your president go interview like this? Why? In the fear, make you no go there now, go do the one where go trend online. See am. How many times where look at the way this P2B is speaking. Just listen to him. If you see person they talk, you go know say yes, this thing now man we know wetin they do. Man we know wetin he want for him people. Just listen. In they plead for help. Still they tell you say yes, now business you too. As you they help me, we too they help you. Listen to wetin this man they tell European Union. This is na interview now where P2B go yesterday. Look at you go not say man know wetin he want. He's calling you for help, still giving you hope that yes, you will still benefit from this help you are coming to render for us. Because this is politics. Game of interest. You do for me, I do for you. See, God, may God help us. Please, if you're a Nigerian youth that is more than 18 years and you don't have your PVC, reach now. You must be a fool. You must be foolish. No matter how the high-neck people want to frustrate you, no matter how they want to frustrate you, no gree. Kochiri, tell them say you must collect your voter's card. Kochiri, no matter, because yes, they will frustrate you. Now APC they rule them, so they will try as much as possible to frustrate anybody wey wan go collect voter's card. But make una no gree. Instead, make una scatter everywhere. They must give everybody voter. You see this period, we go vote. All of us go come out, come vote. Go get your PVC.
Honored that you are giving a speech to us.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, MEPs. Well, I don't know. First, let me most sincerely show my gratitude and thank you for opportunity of being part of your section. It was a very good listen how discussions go on. The first question people wonder is, why am I here? I'm just here to be able to start a conversation because I found out that the European Union, or most countries of Europe and the Western world, actually have little knowledge about Nigeria and Africa in general. And because of it, in their decision, in their thinking, they rarely bring Africa into perspective. I said to them, it is time to rethink. Africa today is the last frontier of global development. It's the second biggest continent in terms of size in the world, the second biggest continent in terms of population. It's a continent that has the highest amount of natural resources. It's a continent that has vast uncultivated land, a continent with young population. 60% of African population today is young. But then it's a continent of mass poverty. Today, Europe, if I take Nigeria for example, Nigeria in terms of population is 50% of European Union population. You are about 450 million. We're over 240 million. So we over have 50% of your population. In terms of the land size, Nigeria, Europe is about 4-point-something million square kilometers. Nigeria is about a quarter of that. Just Nigeria. But when you come to in terms of wealth, while Europe have a per capita of over $40,000, Nigeria, which is over 50% of your population, our per capita is below about 2.5% of that of Europe. So you could see the potential, with all the resources, the potential for growth. The nearest continent to Africa, to Nigeria, is Europe. So if Africa today turns around, the biggest beneficiary will be Europe. If it collapses, the consequence will affect you more. And I believe that we have so many commonalities that we can work together and everything. And what is the problem of Africa? The problem of Africa remains leadership. To have a political leadership that is competent, that have the capacity, compassion, commitment, and character to be able to deal with issues of corruption, law and order, focus on investing in critical areas of development, which is health, education, and pulling people out of poverty. It was discussed here that we have issue of killings, which again, people can say is genocide, people can say is Muslim versus Christians and everything. Are they killings? Are they criminality? Are they kidnapping? Yes. But we have to look at the issues that are driving this. When you have a huge population, for example, Nigeria have over 100 million people living in multidimensional poverty. You have millions of out-of-school children, or those who didn't even go to school at all. With mass poverty and mass uneducated people, you have room for easy recruitment for all forms of criminality, which is what is now driving us of killings that we need to deal with. And that we're moving around, I'm moving around and saying, we need support. We need you to help us to overcome this and be able to create a clear, developing environment that will also benefit you, because it's a huge market for you. It's a huge advantage in terms of resources and everything. If Africa, especially Nigeria, is doing well, it's the most populous country in Africa. It's about 1/6 of African population is Nigeria. And it has all it takes to be a huge market that Europe, just like Africa, can have. And to turn around Africa, you must turn around Nigeria. Because it's a country that will drive the rest of Africa. To develop Africa, which will benefit you, you must start from Nigeria. So that's why I came to continue to start the conversation with you. Is not something, of course, I can take on tonight. It's something that I know that it requires several visits to be able to intimate you more on this commitment, on this trajectory that I want you to go down with us and be able to help us to turn around Africa, Nigeria in particular. So thank you for the opportunity of having a few minutes conversation with you. Maybe there'll be questions.
Thank you very much.